he basically quotes him a parable of someone who doesn't have any fun, and asks Gar if it sounds familiar.
Let's see your
Doesn't
check.
have any fun.
21.
Damn. All right, Gar takes you seriously. It's some story about like a man that had so little fun that he just grew his hair like out his window to the floor because he just read books all day, and then he died.
His name was Rapunzel.
That's what not fun is for you.
Man, your Bible's sweet, bro.
All right,
Some New Testament shit.
Corgan, you've
Don't
convinced-
masturbate.
Gar suggests that a night at the pub is in order.
Gorgon gladly takes him out for a night at the pub.
So I'm
Gar
gonna join you.
suggests that you round up the gang since he hasn't seen the party.
Gorgon refuses.
Yeah, sure.
So Gorgon gathers the party for.
Does anyone know where Schveltner's cave is, or is that like a complete secret?
Les does.
She showed it's a very well locked secret.
Yeah,
Nobody
she
ventured
showed
into it.
Thrindle, Anna, and I think Les followed her there without her knowing one time.
I think you showed me though, didn't you?
Yeah, I showed Gorgon as well.
I can't remember. It doesn't bother me either way.
No, because Gorgon and Thrindle and Anna would be the first three that she would show.
All right.
So I would imagine.
Fucking butt buddies.
Hey,
You must
Gorgon.
know.
Gar inquires if you have a suggestion about what bar we should go to.
Gorgon suggests.
The Grizzled Maw.
Yeah, the Grizzled Paw.
Where was the one with that chick that played music?
That was Nancy's.
Are we banned from there yet?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I don't
the
know,
Grizzled
but
Paw it
Gamry
is.
isn't with us anymore.
Yeah,
Anyways,
exactly. I'm with Thrindle. Gamry's dead, so they should let us go.
Yeah, but that's still a whorehouse.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
You have a
It
point.
doesn't
We should
really
go.
matter to me where we
You know,
go.
some of
What
us
do you have
aren't.
against people finding gainful employment, Drew?
Yeah.
Gar would
Sex
want
not
to
for
attend.
procreation is illogical.
Their
Uh,
career is really fulfilling. Emphasis on the fill. I'll shut up.
Yeah, Gar suggests somewhere quieter. Actually, he seems to have
Who's
something
Phil?
he wants to talk to the party about.
Yeah. What did you call the bar, Leslie?
The Grizzled,
Grizzled
Maw.
Maw.
Yeah, the Grizzled Maws. It's a calmer pub between the Merchants District and the Noble District.
Is that an actual story element, or is that just an improv thing?
No, he's
That-
making it up.
Making it up.
Oh, okay. It's not important to my story so much, so that'll be a new thing, the Grizzled Maw. All right. So you guys all, unless anyone has an objection to gathering, you all end up at the Grizzled Maw for a drink. It's a quiet place near the Merchant District. Gar seems very stern, even though he was supposed to be cutting loose tonight. He breaks the silence and says, "Well, now that you all have a drink, I have an announcement I ought to make. Of course, I'm only drinking water." Gar produces some papers from his bag.
When he says that, Anna leans over to Yang and says, "Did he stop drinking alcohol?
I don't know.
He definitely got drunk before."
Hmm.
He's in recovery. We're not supposed to talk
For your
about it.
information, I used to be an alcoholic before I was a paladin. But that's not important.
I see.
What is important is I have received a summons from my order, the Justicar League of Gamelon. And I believe the party may be able to help me in this affair. I know I haven't been traveling with you long, but I consider you my friends as much as anyone. And this is truly
As much as anyone.
this is truly a noble affair if it comes from the Justicar League. There may be a reward in it. What say?
Sveltna, go ahead.
Oh, you can go ahead.
Who's saying what say?
He just
you?
Sveltna was gonna ask if she can see the papers.
Oh yes, of course. Gar unpacks a silver stamped envelope. Yes, they sent it on a delivery dove. It's okay. Okay, yeah. It's basically a
Sveltna kind of
fancy-
reads it over just to kind of see what, like, does it say why they're summoning Gar?
Yeah, I don't have a handout. I probably should, but what it tells is that the Justicar League has summoned Gar to return to meet with his superior, another paladin by the name of Diana Desmond, and that it's urgent. There's a village called Ravenmoor that he's supposed to rendezvous at.
What does the summons mean? Obviously, they don't say much, Gar.
I left Gamelon some time ago, and I've been trying to conduct various business and spreading the word of Arete outside the lands of Gamelon. It's most unusual that they should recall me. I believe it to be of great importance. Also, the fact that they've been rather vague about the reasons means it may be that much more important.
Well, you have fought by my side and have been loyal since we met. I will go with you.
Yeah, I'm not doing
Lance?
anything better.
The lands of Gamelon are not for the faint of heart. What do you know of the history of my people?
They're violent.
That they are.
They can fight. You need
Gorgon
to stand your
says,
ground with them.
according to a man I asked, they were named. The whole lands were named after the hero Gam, which is why you all have such interesting Gamelonian names.
Yes, yes. Well, to be honest, illiteracy is rife with my people, and we haven't taken great care to record our history. There's much debate on the events that brought my people to be, even amongst the scholars of the Justicar League. There is one problem. The deserts that separate Gamelon from our lands here are most vile. Do any of you have experience traveling in the desert?
We ventured in the desert
Yes.
once before, yes.
It's not a particularly good time of year to travel. We may need special measures to arrive alive.
I see.
Don't drink and drive.
Gar looks at each of you. Thryndall? Yang? Anna?
Well,
Could I count on you to join me in this summons?
I will help you, Gar.
if they are such brave warriors, perhaps there is something to learn from them.
Anna shrugs.
I promise if the Justicar League does not offer some compensation for whatever service is required, I myself personally will reward each of you for your time and efforts.
That is
I do-
unnecessary. It's not the first time we've helped a friend for free.
I do have a question,
Leslie
Gar.
cocks a brow at Svelda.
Do people feel the same towards magic users in Gam?
I was much younger when I left Gamelon. Magic is not well understood there. That being said, the people don't fear it. They're very quick to believe and accept many supernatural things. It's a strange place, to say the least.
I'm certainly interested then.
Well then, we'll need to be thinking of a proper way to cross the great deserts. It's most
Horseback.
perilous this time of year. Horses. It's far too desolate for horses, I believe.
Have some creature more suited to the climate.
I myself am no expert on travel. I've always relied on a guide to cross the deserts.
Disacknowledged nature.
Well, I do know of this Ravenmoor that we're supposed to find. but I do not know how to cross the desert. It lies far to the east.
Well,
I
then
feel
we
as though
fly.
I'm killing your buzz.
Could we take a camel? Right? That's a thing.
That's why I didn't acknowledge nature to see if there was any other creatures
Oh,
that they
sorry, I
used.
missed that.
No, that's all right.
Um,
I hadn't. I sort of.
Yeah, camels are one of the best suited animals for the desert, but Gar seems hesitant even that camels could survive this desert. It's too hot. It's too dry.
Why would your order why would your order send for you at such a time? Like, it sounds like it's impassable. Are we like going to survive?
How could a camel or a horse not get across, but your carrier dove made it?
It's a dove.
The birds are quick. They know the best route. They can follow the ocean winds.
Well, then let's go and get the birds from the east.
I have spells that can help us survive the desert.
Luke, did you just imply we could fly doves back to Gamelon?
No,
Well,
Thurndle
if you
found
got
out
enough
about.
of them, Gorgon.
He
starts
mentioned,
doing
like,
that shit.
I've been working on a
Russ
flying
mention
machine.
Sorry, Anna. How much do you weigh? It's
Already
important. I need to
introduced.
calculate the
We've been-
ballast.
We've introduced steamships and trains. I figured this is the natural progression.
Passenger
Quickly,
doves.
everyone into my rocket ship.
So
And
did
Leslie,
Russ mention like a bird to the east? that
Let's
we
try
could
let's
use?
try passenger pigeons.
Did he mention a bird to the east?
No,
Russell?
he said the pigeons survive by going quickly. We're not flying pigeons over.
If only there was a spell that could transform us in pigeons, then we could cross at a very rapid pace.
I mean,
So-
I could produce
Leslie-
extracts to protect us from the elements, but
Yeah, Leslie and I can both cast endure elements, so we can split that. Split the.
Burden.
yeah.
mhm.
I do not know where we can find these camels you speak of, but perhaps they're worth the investment.
I would assume we would need to buy them closer to the desert.
Well, perhaps we can trade them for our horses. Can somebody remind me where we left them? I can't seem to remember.
I think we
Not
abandoned them
again.
somewhere.
They're
I
back in Tor. Forget about them.
I did not abandon my horse.
No. Neither did I.
Is Anna's movement fixed?
Oh, sorry. No, he was just typing as me. It's sorry.
I'm a GM for some reason. I will not abuse it. I promise.
Wait, are you?
I-
Oh fuck, that's right. It's when we were gonna go co-DM something.
Then you kicked me off the
Okay.
project.
Yeah.
That's how definitely how it went down.
He went to the hospital and came out and said, "I have a new idea that I'm just gonna do."
you for.
I was like, "Oh, okay."
your adventure. I gotta finish my character sheet.
So I took Beard's ideas and I just shit them, like threw them outside.
Well, if it's okay with all of you, I'd like to disembark tomorrow morning on this adventure.
Tomorrow morning, so soon, Gamry. Or Gar, rather.
There's no time to spare. Diana Desmond requires me as soon as possible.
Diana Desmond, you say? It's an interesting name.
Swelling
yes.
gets up and starts putting her backpack on.
So
She
who
says,
is she?
I will meet you back here tomorrow.
When will we reach the desert if we leave tomorrow, Gar?
Oh, maybe several days just to get to the edge of the desert. And that's making top speed.
All right.
To answer your question, Yang, Diana was my mentor when I was first entering the Order. She's a most high-ranking paladin within the Justicar League.
Is she an archer as well, or does she wield a sword?
She is quite a formidable melee fighter.
I see. But what kind of weapon does she wield?
She's a woman.
Your sword.
Literally my sword.
She's a master of several weapons. Please, if you can do anything this evening to prepare for the journey, I assure you, Gamelon is a very strange place ever since the Age of Maddening.
What was the Age of Maddening?
Well, you know something of Arete, don't you?
Of course.
Gorgon?
Gorgon says yes.
Make a roll, please.
He says his character voice.
Also, I'm
Nat
buying it.
20.
Nice.
All right. The details are kind of foggy.
But I got a nat 20.
Yeah.
They're crystal clear.
It's like there's different books that say different things, and there's like entire volumes that have been lost, and that like the scholars of wherever you studied just wouldn't have access to. However, most of the stories say that there was a period when Arete disappeared to the people of Gamelon. She just wasn't able to be there.
Just like my
And
mother growing
things
up.
went very badly. Gamelon was originally a society that was basically like breastfed by a deity. Like they were an isolated people, and Arete, like ages ago, this is like thousands of years ago, really shaped them into something great. Like they were tall, beautiful, talented. They were a fantastic people, but somewhere along the way, things got really fucked up.
And smart. And smart.
Just a quick question with the natural 20. Does that does Gorgon think timeline-wise that kind of works with the Great Schism, or like when the magic was, kind of forced from the world?
Yeah, it doesn't seem unrealistic that
Yeah,
the
'cause-
timing might line up.
Yeah,
But there's,
we've
like-
seen other outsiders that have had kind of like were shadows of their former selves, kind of thing.
But yeah, for some reason, Arete disappeared to the people for several hundred years or more.
Like
and
God.
Things went to shit.
But
And that
you-
was called.
the-
But would
Japan.
it be safe to say too that now that even though she's back in the world, like the influence of outsiders and gods have diminished over time, right? Like before she was like throwing out miracles and divine things left, right, and center. Now she's can only channel it through specific clerics and paladins, kind of thing.
Yeah, her influence isn't what it once was, and like just the society and the people have never been the same. Like you guys have met a couple of Camelonians, and they they're a
They're not
quacky
the-
people.
That kind of sets a bad tone for the rest of this adventure for me.
Not the master race anymore.
No,
So
They're the
sorry,
ex-
Russ. This desert is on tour. Like we're not leaving the continent that we're on. Like this little island, basically.
it's not exactly an island. It's like some isolated peninsula type thing, and there's only a desert.
It's on this continent?
But Tor's not a continent. Tor's kind of like Great
It's
Britain.
like a little,
It's a pretty small
yeah, it's like a
island.
little island.
Like it would gamble, like it would be on the mainland kind of thing.
Whatever. I haven't really kept up with like what's where on the map, but just some area that we can travel to would be isolated by a desert.
Yeah, there's
Okay,
a
you-
nearby continent that.
Okay, so Tor, where we are, is actually kind of like Great Britain. That's what you just said?
Yeah, that's the easiest way to
A real
describe
world
it.
comparison?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I know Drew referenced the Gamelonians as being involved in some of the wars of old times, so I guess they can't be like too terribly far away.
Well, they could be on like the continent that's close by.
Can we go to the Israel now?
Maybe that's where we're going. The chosen people.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the chosen people of Arete.
Not anymore. That was a long time ago.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. They
I'm
were fallen
sorry,
for a
what-
long time.
One more question. This Ravenmoor is the place we're supposed to go before we go through the desert, or that's after the
No,
desert?
That's
Yeah,
where we
that's
were gonna
the
meet
Gamel-
them.
Right, that we have to go to meet Diana
Yeah, we
Desmond.
have-
But it's in the desert, correct?
It once you get into Gamelon, Gamelon's more like a plains foresty type landscape.
Okay.
Just you have to go through a desert to get there.
Well, hopefully the indoor element spells are good enough to help us, because I don't really.
What are we gonna do about our? So we're gonna hopefully get camels. We're gonna bank on that, I guess, because horses obviously aren't gonna do it.
All right,
No.
so you guys have basically a night to prepare. So I'll take initiative rolls, and everyone can make some efforts towards the journey.
Are there any communities that we know of that are on the outside of the desert, like before we actually hit the desert?
Make a knowledge local check.
All right, I guess I'll do my initiative first, and then.
On your turn you can do knowledge.
Also, at the beginning of the week, I'm going to purchase a chest, large chest.
Check. Oh, nice.
Or are you buying it for Sveltna?
Mm-hmm.
Because she's flat.
How do I? Okay, I gotta add you guys to initiative. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right click. Add turn.
I'll go last because I'm outside smoking.
Oh shit.
No, I'll go last.
I want to go last.
Okay, I think I did it right. You guys can all add your initiative now, right?
Whatever, bro.
I will
So
do
you
as well.
like you might want to take me off GM later if I will see any hidden monsters.
Yeah, actually, I'll do that separate window right now. I really should. You'll
probably have
refresh.
to yeah.
I'll have to refresh. All right.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
How was Scotland, Drew?
Fucking rad.
Nice, man. That's really
Good
cool.
spot. I recommend visiting.
I'd love to go.
It was Scottish.
Love to go.
You should be able to refresh, Carl.
Roger, Roger.
And we need Thrindle and Schveltna and Corgan's initiative on the border.
Yeah, all right. You fixed it.
Mine is on there. I just rolled really, really poorly.
Yeah, it's actually amusing. The picture that he picked for his character actually has all kinds of pictures of him in different poses. The artist did like all kinds of.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, so yeah, because he does look the same.
Benzel, Bridget was wondering if you're coming with us, or you still need time, or.
You can decide. I'm just curious.
Oh yeah, I will probably do that.
She needs
says
the
you probably
answer
will,
now.
but-
Yeah, no, give him time. It's okay.
Okay.
I wasn't sure. I didn't hear his answer.
Oh, okay.
Give her the answer.
I think he got cut off. Everyone's mean to him, but me.
Why don't I see the? Oh, I see Schveltna's. I don't see Thrindle's. I don't put it in my...
Oh, it didn't. Sorry.
That's fine.
Hurry it up, Mimsy.
There we go. So, Gar has announced this summons, and he seems to have gained some support from his friends. It's described as a terrible journey through the desert. That's like quite perilous. What do you want to do to prepare?
Maybe I'll travel. I'll travel to see Michael Ironsides, perhaps.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
sure.
do a roll too, but I'm gonna go try to talk to him.
I still have some desert clothing from Beard's adventure, so I'm definitely gonna wear that for the journey.
Is it your
Yeah.
turn,
So,
Yang?
Yeah.
what do you want to talk to Michael Ironsides about?
I want to say you're well traveled. We have been several places on behalf of you, or and I know you travel for business yourself. In fact, you were the one who arranged for us to visit the desert when we dealt with the Knoll village, and I was just wondering if you had any connections to make desert travel better, to get to Gamelon.
What's his voice like? Is it a gruff voice?
Yeah, he's fat. It's with
He's
fat.
fat.
voice. Yes.
He's a little less fat now.
That's awfully
Desert's
close.
to Gamelon. Why would you ever want to go there?
Why? What's wrong with it?
Have you met a Gamelonian?
Yes. They're not all like that. I mean, that would be generalizing.
Oh, most of them are like that.
Oh.
Most of them.
Well, I don't know if there's any getting out of it at this point. So, yeah, can you help me? Do you have any ideas?
Well, I do know a man that hunts desert truffles, and he might be able to sell you a map, but it'll cost you.
Reasonable. Do you think you might have a line on some creatures that could cross the desert? Perhaps a camel or something else that I haven't thought of?
Haven't talked to him for some time, but he likes to frequent the what's that bar with?
There's the Grizzled Maw. We got Nancy's.
Yes, Nancy's. That was where he frequented.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go there.
Wonder why he likes to go there.
All right, we'll do a double round.
On my way over, I want to do a knowledge nature of 21. Will our endure element spells be effective enough to get us across the desert?
They'll pad the deadening heat, but
So it's viable.
It's good up to 60 degrees Celsius.
oh, that's a good start. But in the peak of day, it can get worse than that.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Worse than 60?
That's
Yeah.
insane. Celsius?
It's a magic
Jesus.
desert.
I don't even
Almost like
know if
someone
camels
didn't
can.
want the Gamelonians interfered with.
I'm pretty sure that like higher than 60 degrees is
Fire.
lava.
Yeah.
60
It's
degrees
just fire.
Celsius? Isn't that hot?
It's fucking so hot.
Yeah, you have to actually like pass by
I'm-
the sun to get to Gamelon.
I'm sorry, I'm like genuinely angry at Russell because it's 40 here and I want
The
to
record
die.
highest temperature ever recorded
Huh?
was 58 degrees Celsius.
Oh, beautiful.
Really? That's like air temperature, I guess. The sand might be hotter.
Yeah, definitely.
So
This
the
desert's
fourth
legendary.
lava.
All right. Well,
Jesus. I understand why camels
we
don't
just
live
went
here.
We need fire elementals to travel.
so we're
Water
gonna need.
elementals.
We'll need someone to get a line on more desert clothes. Like I already own some, but not everyone does. Okay. Well, so if we go to Nancy's,
I'll do 2 rounds. Yang,
okay.
what do you want to do with your evening?
Well, to prepare, I guess I already have my desert clothes. I'll make sure to buy a something to carry water on my person. Make sure I
purse,
stay
eh?
hydrated.
Double-sized flask.
Yeah, something like that.
All right. Any friends you want to talk to? Any connections? Any research you want to do?
Again, anything else? Maybe I'll talk to what's the
You
name
wanna-
of?
If
Wow.
you wanted to continue on your previous endeavor.
Yeah, sure. Well, I did know Hobbs, the Hobgoblin, and I did pay him, if I remember, quite generously last time. Maybe I'll ask him if he's heard about my sword or anything. Still looking.
All right. Wait.
Well, it's not technically my sword. It's the sword of my people.
Apparently, there's a microgastronomer who says cooking an egg at 65 degrees is the optimum temperature.
This was like probably my favorite
Yeah,
was
65 degree egg is prime.
You want, like,
when
a
Drew was yelling
But
at
it's really